Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going for a different view. This is the opposite side of the room that I normally film on. I'm going through some caffeine withdrawals because that test I was telling you about, the electrotronic whatever it was, blah blah blah. 3 days before I have to not have any caffeine, no antihistamines, there's a whole laundry list of drugs that they said not to have. I don't take most of that stuff, except for occasional antihistamines for my allergies and caffeine in any form. So I got a little headache. But here we go for our little story today. When I was little, where I was saying about 9, 10-ish, I'm a big horror buff, even though I don't tend to watch the more modern movies because I've never been one for slasher movies. They're not my thing. I like more traditional, but we're going off the story here. But I loved horror as a child, adored it. Tried to watch every single movie, tried to watch Foundation movies, the starters, the granddaddies from, the 30s on. And because of my love, of course, I wanted to make the models. And they used to have these models of Frankenstein. They were plastic models you put together with the Duco cement, if I remember the name of it. And you had, and they glowed in the dark, bits of them. You had Frankenstein, you had the werewolf, you had Dracula, and then they came out with my absolute favorite. Yes, I did have Frankenstein. My favorite they had Godzilla. Godzilla was my hero as a child. I loved him. And the Godzilla one, the spines along the back glowed in the dark. And I was like, oh. So it was wintertime when I'd gotten this. And my mom had gotten it for me, and I was so excited. And it was a Sunday, and we lived in a one-bedroom apartment at that time. So she had the living room, and she was on a day bed. And she gave me the bedroom. So I had the door closed, and I was in the bedroom, and I'm putting together my model. And I'd been in there for 2-3 hours. And I came out, I finally opened the door. I came out, I think, to go to the bathroom or get something to drink and to tell my mom that I had finished the model. And I tripped on nothing as I came out of the door. And I stumbled, and my mom's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just, okay." And I'm talking, I said, I finished my model. You can come and see it, Mom. And she's like, "Okay, I'm getting there." She's like, "Oh my God, man, it stinks in there." And I'm like, it does? And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God." And so we walk in there again. I trip over nothing as I stumble back in through the doorway. And she's like, you did a really good job. Look at that. I'm like, yeah. I'm all happy. I'm also obviously quite high off of the fumes from the Duco cement. She doesn't mention any of this. She just goes, "Oh, next time you do that, you really should open up the window just a little crack, especially if you're going to be doing it in the winter time." "Oh, okay. Thanks, Mom." So I opened up the window, and then I noticed that after a little while, the headache that I didn't know I had was going away, and I stopped tripping over nothing that was in the middle of the floor. So I learned that one. That was a rule that I learned for the future. Never use very smelly, toxic glues in an enclosed space. This would later make some more jokes when I got into high school, but we won't go out there. I was a big one in high school for art, and we used to have this stuff called, oh God, I've forgotten the name of it now. You sprayed it, fixative. And what it was for drawings, charcoal drawings and what have you. And so they wouldn't smudge easily. You use this spray on them, and it would kind of set it for a little bit. And it said all over the can, "Do not glue doos in enclosed spaces." So I was a big one on like, excuse me. I tell you to my teachers, I gotta use the fixative, gotta run outside, and I'd run into the hallway and just shh. And they all thought I was crazy. It was a short one this week, but it's a lesson to be learned one. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I have a video up in a few days. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for sharing. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to your comments. Check out the stuff down below if you want to send me an email. And thank you. I'm going to go back to what I was doing. Since I can't take any antihistamines, my voice is starting to go again. And hopefully this headache will go away from the lack of good caffeine. Have a great one. See you soon. Bye.